The iconic.
Oh yeah, this is some real sailing right now. This is what it was all about. It's amazing. Hey, we're back. We're in the Pacific Ocean. We're just getting out of the harbor, and we're actually headed to Anacapa Island again. We were there last time PJ and I were on the boat. It's a bit different conditions out here. It's a lot cloudier. We got pretty good wind though, and this is relatively early in the morning. It's about 11 or 10:45 in the morning, and we were looking at the weather and the wind, and apparently there's going to be this afternoon probably 12, 13, maybe 15 knots of wind in the afternoon. So we're getting out a little bit early. Our mission today is definitely fishing. We did some research on how to properly catch some fish, and so we actually have some bait today. We got our fishing licenses, and we're heading off to the southwest side of Anacapa. That should be a good area for us. Also today, what I want to do is in the afternoon is loop around in the middle of Anacapa and check out something called Frenchie's Cove. And I'll talk about more of that later, but that's kind of our mission today. So we got a little bumpy ride heading out, but all is well. Wind is going to be good. PJ, you ready?
You ready, Cap?
Let's do it. Yeah, so we're using the Navionics app to track our distance, track our speed, and where we're at in the ocean. We're going about 5.5 knots, so it's pretty good speed. I think I have the motor on probably 70%, and we're cruising right along, heading up towards Gina. We're going to use this to plot our course when we get the sails up. And when we took off, we were about 13 miles away from our destination. So yeah, we'll be using Navionics here to keep our position. I don't know if they can see it, but there's a big red cargo ship in the distance, and I feel like by the time we get near that shipping lane, it might be pretty close. So we might have to alter our course or wait for that guy to pass, because by the time we get up there, we'll probably be pretty close to each other. But it's nice that it's kind of cloudy today, but we can still see the island in the distance, which is good for us, so we know kind of where to point the bow of the boat and kind of keep our course. But in a minute here, I'm going to do some adjustment to this head sail, so maybe we can pick up some speed. The other thing that we have today is, if you can see this, before we left, I installed what's called a tiller clutch. Real simple, basic, I guess you could call it a piece of equipment, but I just screwed it into the tiller itself. And what we're going to do here in a minute is actually run a line or a piece of rope through the clutch. And what it does is you can latch the ends of the rope to the boat, and it'll actually keep the tiller in place, so we don't have to have our hand on it the entire time. So it does give you like a little break from steering. If you are pointed in the direction you want to go, it'll keep the tiller kind of locked in. So we're gonna get that on as well today. All right, we're sailing right along. We're actually pretty close to Anacapa now. We've basically sailed the entire way, averaging probably 5 knots. The wind has been pretty good this whole time. We had a little dip in no wind, but we were still going 2 or 3 knots, and we're coming up pretty close here to Anacapa. We're gonna be, we're not gonna fully on anchor, but we definitely will bring the head sail in, and we're gonna try to just keep a position in the water where we can get some fishing poles in there. And yeah, we're coming up on the island here, probably about another 20 minutes, and we'll be right outside of Arch Rock. So one of the things we did as we were sailing out here was we kind of went over our safety check, our safety gear. One thing that we have here, we're not exactly sure what it's called, some kind of floaty flag that goes into the water if there were a man overboard situation, throwing this guy in the water.
The javelin of life.
The javelin of life. Here, PJ, the end, you got to stick the flag in up in there. So put the
the only way to do it was
get it out in the water. Just hold on to it.
You got that?
Yeah.
I'm holding.
You know what? Before you do that,
let's do it better.
Yeah.
We need to do it better.
All right, so we have arrived. We're at Anacapa Island. The lighthouse is right there. We're kind of on the backside of Arch Rock, and we sailed all the way here, which was awesome. Tiller clutch got us here safely. And now the idea, or the plan, or the goal today now is to get to our fishing spot. Our wind completely died, so I think what we're gonna do, we are moving a little bit still actually, so we'll keep these sails up for now, but we're still on the north side of the island, and this is all a marine sanctuary, so we can't fish on this side, but the south side of the island, the west side of it, we are allowed to fish, and I think there's a couple of good spots over there. And yeah, we're gonna be coming up, we're gonna be a lot closer to Arch Rock this time than we were last time, so we'll get a good look at it, and we got a much better look at the lighthouse this time as well. All right, so we are here. We're just outside of Arch Rock, and I'm getting the head sail pulled in. I'll keep this mainsail up. We're pretty close to these rocks, so I want to have the motor on just in case, but this is pretty cool. We got a great view of the rock and the lighthouse. There's a little fishing boat out here, and this is, I'm gonna get a little further out away from the rocks. I just kind of want to get a close look at this while we're here, and then we'll move out a little bit and we'll be fishing a little bit. I guess that would be southwest. I want to get a little further out, but this is pretty cool. We had our little photo shoot, the iconic Arch Rock. I would love to get a kayak and actually go through all that. That'd be pretty cool. Looks like we got some sun about to pop out in the next hour or two. It's about midday right now, and we're gonna kind of motor to our fishing spot. And yeah, we should have an hour or two to try to catch something. And then on the agenda today, we'll probably motor back around on the north side of the island, and we're gonna hit Frenchie's Cove, and I'll tell you more about that later. All right, we're in our fishing spot here. We actually got bought some wild caught frozen anchovies, and we're gonna use this as bait today. I am not a professional angler by any means.
Got the angler glasses.
I got the angler glasses, my Kenny Power glasses on, and this is gonna be kind of like a trial and error session today. These are our little baits. I feel like this is a little big, so actually what I'm gonna do is chop it up, cut him up, get those guts out. Okay, so, oops, I already messed up. Let me get this. But yeah, that's not, I don't think we're getting deep enough. So it's just like we're moving, you know, we're probably going 1 or 2 knots because this mainsail's up. What that's doing is it's bringing our bait up. I want to like be stationary so I can just have that bait kind of sit at the bottom of the ocean floor. I think what we're going for now is something called a Pacific rockfish, and they're at the bottom, but because we're moving, it's bringing our bait up off the ground, and we're kind of like trolling, as the kids say. They're trolling. But damn, dude, I need to fix this one. I don't know if we're gonna catch anything with this situation here.
Yeah.
All right, so what I'm gonna do is try to bring in this other line, our busted line. Dude, I don't know if this is gonna work because we're moving. Maybe what I could try to do is, oh shit. Bird.
You feel something?
Dolphins behind us. And birds.
Hey, you're making sure these lines aren't about to get crossed. Or should I just move this pole over to the side? Oh shit, it's
I'm watching these dolphins now.
Where are they?
Right over here. So we're fishing, and we got dolphins playing over here. Birds, there must be some fish down here. All right, so we're in the right spot. All right, little update on the fishing here. I wouldn't say we're struggling, but we've had some technical issues here with one of these rods and reels. The reel that I was using as I was letting line out kept getting entangled, and so a couple times I had to bring it in, cut the line, and redo it. But it just happened a third time, so I think I'm gonna give up on this reel for now. We did drop the mainsail because
when we had the mainsail up, it was moving us. And what we're trying to fish for now is rockfish primarily, and I think they're at the bottom of the ocean floor, so we didn't really want to be moving too much. But since we have dropped the mainsail, we're rocking and rolling. We're not moving, of course, but the swell is making us bounce back and forth, which is not pleasant. PJ, you got like all of your line out, don't you?
Pretty much. I wanted to see how low it could go.
So yeah, that's the update on our fishing. Man, I just wanted one fish. The last couple times that we were out, it was kind of, you know, just for fun, but now we have the right setup. I felt like we actually had live bait, well, frozen bait. I fed some of the seagulls. I was trying to chum the water and the seagulls immediately came in out of nowhere and scooped those up. But I think we'll give this another 20 or 30 minutes or so, and then PJ, it's all on you, man. All right, so our day of fishing didn't go so well, but we did, you know, at least we're gonna feed some seagulls. We didn't catch any fish, but the seagulls will be happy. Enjoy, guys. Tell your friends. Free lunch. Well, I guess I gotta break the news that we're not gonna have time today for Frenchie's Cove. It got a little bit later in the day. We were messing around fishing, and yeah, unfortunately all we did was feed the seagulls. But yeah, it's probably 3:30 in the afternoon now, and we're guessing 2.5, 3 hours to get back. We're just coming up on Arch Rock. We're gonna motor past it. We're gonna get ourselves on a nice angle to head back in, but the wind is coming straight from the west, so we should have a straight line. Our first point is Gina, and then Gina back to the harbor. So yeah, that's the plan. Motor another mile and then get the sail up. Should be nice sailing headed home.
Is that app up yet?
Oh yeah.
What's the app saying?
We're traveling 6 knots. Direction we want to go. And yeah, in a couple minutes here, I'll kind of start our course back home.
So this is your second time out using this app. So your thoughts so far on your second time out with the app?
So far, it's exactly what we needed to do. It's yeah, it's just giving us everything that we need. It says areas to be avoided. It points out the shipping lane that we're going to come across here in a couple minutes. Yeah, the app is great. Ooh, boy, we are sailing the out of this boat right now. This is awesome. This is what it was all about. This is the first time I've really experienced my boat in the ocean like this. It's amazing. And you never really know until you're out here, you know, especially when you buy something new. You got to test it out, and this is the test. And so far it's passing. Everything's holding up. Even things on the inside, it's just kind of, you know, everything is not coming off the walls or anything. It's really holding up. The sails look good actually, and we're gliding through the water. This is great. The sun's popping out. We are flying. We've gone about 9.5 nautical miles and an hour and 37 cruise time here. So we are cooking. Whew. This is rather fun. This is some real ocean sailing right now. It's like perfect conditions as far as all that goes. Yeah, we're gonna be pulling into this harbor, I'd say in the next 20 minutes. I wish I could stay out longer, man. I'm cruising. definitely, ooh, there's some big swell. So yeah, this should be a sporty harbor entry, which will be fun.